Christmas feels for you. Well, last Christmas I gave you my heart. All right, 'tis the season, right? I gotta say, Christmas would have to be one of my favorite holidays. What's going on, guys? Shimmy here, and you tune into my podcast, Goodbyes, with me, your girl, Shimmy. I got my friend Tony in the building. Hey, Tony.
Yo, thanks for having me back. Or I guess I'm hijacking
yeah.
your podcast again. You can't seem to get rid of me.
You know, sometimes if it's broke, don't fix it. That's what I say.
You know what? That is very true.
I like that. We got a good thing going here, so let's just keep it going.
I'm always down to ride with you. And you know what, guys? We just installed an editing software.
I'm super excited.
We just installed it today. So now Shimmy can go full steam ahead with this podcast. I'm going to teach her how to edit. I'm going to teach her how to get it all set up. That way, I don't have to keep bothering her anymore.
No. It's never bothered.
You are free, my child.
I'm excited because I get to learn something new and I get to, kind of enhance my skill in a particular area, So I'm excited about that.
I know. I'm excited to see. I helped make the first one, and I loved making it. But now, giving you that independence to be able to make it yourself, it's such a freeing feeling. Speaking of feelings, though, what are we talking about today?
You know what? I think we're gonna talk about dating.
Ooh.
I know.
We're going for the throat here. Soon?
Dating, I think it's relevant for both you and I.
To a degree, I guess.
To a degree. Okay, we're gonna tap into that.
We'll tap into it. Yeah, I almost dropped the ball multiple times.
I think I dropped the ball plenty times, which is why I'm still. Nobody wiped me up yet. Let's just say that. So, hey, maybe I just dribbled the ball a little bit too long on the court. I don't know.
Okay, Michael Jordan. How about you pass it on over then? Oh no, sorry, Kobe Bryant. How about you pass it on?
Can I be
over
Stephen Curry?
No, I'm Steph. Did you say Stephen Curry?
That's his name.
I'm out of this.
Done. You gonna sit down?
Oh! You want me to stay back? Okay. I guess I'll stay back, guys.
We're gonna talk about dating. So I'm really excited to get into this topic. I think it's, like I said, it's something that I can easily tap into, and I'm ready to share my dating experiences with the world.
I'm ready to hear it, and I'll chime in my little way too.
Okay, let's see. So I like to do song of the week, and my song of the week is "Quit You" by Lost Kings featuring Tinashe. Are you familiar with that song?
No, but I was gonna say, what a fitting song title for this podcast. Quitting You, huh?
It's called "Quit You," yeah. I know, right? So
you're sending subliminal messages in this
no.
podcast?
So what I think the reason I like this song, from what I interpreted from it, was about this girl. She's dating this guy, right? Or girl, whatever. It's 2018. I don't know. So she's dating this person, and there seems to be some kind of tension there. She knows that it's probably just, I don't know. She's like, is this going to go anywhere? Is it not? I'm really feeling him, but I don't know if I should make a move. You know what I mean? And she's like, although the signs are there, I just can't quit you. I can't let you go because there's something about you that I like.
No, I don't. I haven't heard the song myself. So hopefully after hearing the little soundbite here, I'm actually going to listen to it afterwards and be jamming it out. Although, Tinashe, the girl in the song, right? That's the same girl that did the Company song, right? I just need your company.
I know she did Two On.
Two?
I love to get two on.
I'm an idiot. I'm musically inept, at least current musically inept. So
okay.
If it looks like I'm a year and a half.
Tinashe been in the game for a minute. I think since the year 2000, she's an actress. She modeled as well. But I think her debut didn't come out until
2015, 16, right? Maybe.
I had to pull it up here.
Because that song Company came out, I think, in late 2016, early 2017.
All I know is I think her debut, where is it? Aquarius, that came out in 2014.
14? Oh, dang.
So that was when she did mixtapes and stuff before that. But that's when her debut album came out, and that put her on the map in the UK billboards, billboards, and on the US billboards as well. So I think it's pretty cool. Lost Kings, though, I dig them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like kind of like a David Guetta in a sense.
Oh,
like
really
they
awesome.
do like remixes and stuff to
Mhm.
songs, you know, EDM house music type deal.
Oh, so basically they're like the DJs, and then the Tinashe is the voice. Guest vocalist.
Yeah, pretty much just like that.
Kind of like the Rihanna song with
Calvin Harris.
Yes.
All we got is right now.
Is that the one? I was thinking of the other ones, like you.
That's the same one.
Oh, is that similar? Anyway, aren't you supposed to be playing a soundbite of this song?
Yes, we got it right here. So check it out.
But I can't quit you.
So that's the song. Well, that's the chorus of the song. I tried to pick the best part.
You know, now it's in my head. I heard it so many times.
I can't quit you, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Now I can't wait to hear the full song after this podcast where we talk about.
Well, you know me, I put you on game.
What were we talking about on this podcast again?
Dating.
Okay, well let's.
Okay, so I feel like that song is relevant to my dating life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about the history of our dating.
Oh.
Oh,
God. And then we'll wrap it up.
No, come on. Let's talk about the history of our dating.
Well, who's going first? You or me?
Okay, I'll take the lead in this one.
Oh yes, ladies first, like they say. You know, I gotta be a gentleman, guys.
Why, thank you, good sir.
All right, hit me with your history of dating.
Dating for me, honestly, okay, for those of you who don't know, I am originally from Houston, Texas, right? So back home, I really didn't date a lot. Really didn't. I was just not with it. I guess I was still kind of tapping into who I was as a person in a sense. So I wasn't ready to put myself out there. And I really didn't begin dating until I moved to Guam.
Wow.
I know, weird, right? So I moved to Guam, 2015. Interesting. That's when I had my first real relationship. I met them. I want to say 2016.
Wow.
And that's when I really started like, okay, maybe I should date. Maybe I should give somebody some time, you know, and figure out what I like, what I like, and what I look for in a person, right? So I dated them. You know, I can't seem to get past this magic number of a few months. I think I come across like 9, no, close to a year, about 10, 11
like
months.
Pregnancy.
Yeah, 10, 11 months it seems to be my threshold, and then I fall off somewhere. So we didn't make it. I think honestly that person that I've dated before, it should have been, we should have left it, we should have just been friends. Do you know what I mean?
No, I do.
We should have just been friends.
I think a lot of us, especially the people listening, we have dated that one person in our life. We're like, we should have just remained friends.
We should have just went that route.
We don't work romantic. You know?
Nope, we didn't. We not at all. And it's like, a cool person. Don't get me wrong. Cool person. You know, whatever the case may be, we both move on with our lives, doing our own thing. But there's no hate there. Like there's no animosity, no beef, no tension. It's just like, okay, we didn't work, and you're gonna live your life, and I'm gonna live mine, right? So that I can appreciate. I dig that because that person taught me a lot about myself because it was my first relationship, you know. Mm-hmm. So okay, well, this is what dating's like, and these are the things that you like to do. You know what I mean? So that's what that person taught me. Mm-hmm. My first actual real relationship, and I dated a second time, like full on trying to go somewhere with this person. Mm-hmm. My ex, right?
Yes.
That relationship.
Sounds like
there's some
history there.
That relationship taught me heartbreak.
Oh.
That relationship taught me more things than I could ever imagine. Like, I never been through heartbreak before. Mm-hmm. I never dedicated so much of myself to one person, right? But this person, Talking about doing you dirty, man. This person.
Take a breath.
I didn't know I
Take
was.
a breath.
You know how you think? I didn't know I was the side piece this entire time.
What?
Yes,
They used you?
This person had a family. They had a whole other family on the other side of town. Well,
on the other. How
let's just say,
cliche, man.
let's just say on the other side of the island. Alright?
How cliche,
And
man.
dude, I literally, so this person, you know, after my first relationship, I was like, all right, cool. Let me just, I took a second, you know, and I told this person, they pursued me, which is the funny part, right? Because I told them, I was like, no, I just got out of something. Let me just, you know, live life a little bit, whatever. But they played the right cards, said the right things, you know what I mean? So I fell for it, which I'm not mad. That's just the game.
Exactly.
You feel me? So I fell for the game, and yep, got it. Fell in love with this person. Like I said, dedicated so much of my time to them, and come to find out, the person that I met them with was the person that they were
married to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're married. What are they? They've been together for a minute though, like 6 years, and I was
But basically,
whoa.
they were in a relationship already.
Yes.
And then
raising her son and
didn't even tell you at all.
Nope. And the funny thing is, with this relationship, people was coming up to me. They're like, "Yo, Shim, isn't such and such talking to this person?" I was like, "No. That's just their friend. That's just their Nina." And I was like, It's a kind of, dude, a hot mess to say the least. It was a hot mess, and I was like,
would you say you were in denial maybe of what?
Oh yes, most definitely. I think you know how you see plenty of red flags.
Yes.
But love is blind.
Yes.
I truly believe that with everything, and when you feel that you're compatible with this person and you want to make things work,
of course,
you ignore everything. You ignore the signs. You ignore like, okay, this person's not texting me back. They got off at 4. It is now 9 o'clock. I don't hear from them until 7 in the morning. For some reason, you know, why haven't I ever been to their house? It's like
that. Don't you think that's kind of a big red flag?
It's one of those things. But
let's hit the crib.
Usually when I date, you know, no shade being thrown whatsoever, because I live with my brother, right? So I don't live with my parents. Me and my brother and his wife stay together. So I don't have certain guidelines that I have to follow. So usually when I date or whatever, they come over to my house because
come on over to
yeah,
my place.
hey, I usually date people who, you know, like I said, who have roommates or who live with their parents. Like I said, it's all good, you know.
That's why I don't think I could date anybody here on Guam, because I still live with my parents.
And I feel like just come over to my place. I don't have to worry about certain things. I don't have to worry about you know. So I'm just like, usually when I date, people come over to my house. So it was one of those things that was in the back of my mind, but I was like, no, you're tripping, right? So come to find out, the car that we were riding in was the other person's car.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the stuff. So what makes it worse is the stuff that I gave them for like holidays and birthdays. They gave it to their significant other.
Oh,
yeah. So not only were they playing me, they were playing them as well.
You gotta be fucking kidding me,
dude! It was bad. It was bad. I think this person had me in a tight grip for a minute, because I didn't come to my senses. I didn't come to my senses for about 10 months. And when I don't think, side note, I think people underestimate the deal when people say that mental abuse in a sense is real. You know, it's real. It's real. And then you forget who you are for a second, because I dropped all my standards for this person. I quit everything. I was like, okay, maybe they're right. Maybe I am overthinking. Maybe they can just be with them and be with me. You know what I mean? Like, you put everything that you say you wouldn't do.
Yes.
You do it, and everything you said that you wouldn't tolerate, you tolerate. And I think I've never been so blinded by love before, and that was my hardest relationship. Like I said, it took me 10 months to get out of that hole that I was in, because they had such a strong grip, and I was willing. The thing is, like, I was like, maybe if I could just have a piece of them, that was enough. But I was like, wait, what? You're so much better than that. What are you doing? I was like,
settling.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna settle for somebody who gives your gifts away to their significant other, who hides you, who tells people that you're not their girlfriend but wants you to act like they're your girlfriend. Like, Shims, I think you can do a little bit better than that. But like I said, even to this day, even after everything that that this person did to me, humiliated me in front of people that I knew, even to this day, I am not angry with her. Like, I'm not angry. I take it as a life lesson. I take everything. It was meant to happen because I wouldn't know happiness until I felt heartache for the first time. So I can appreciate that. Wow, very intense detail of my history of dating. Wayne.
You don't have to be angry with her, but
No.
I will.
You will. Okay.
I will. That is
Okay.
some fucked up shit.
You can be angry.
That is some fucked up shit, dude.
Ah,
I hate to make a joke of this situation, but it really makes
Sometimes
me,
you just gotta laugh at stuff.
it makes me think of that song, These Hoes Ain't Loyal.
Hey, and it doesn't help that we both in the media, so we run into each other all the time. I'm like, dude.
Awkward.
So when we have like mutual functions, like, but I feel like I've grown in a sense that I can go into the same room as them and I feel nothing. It's like the only reason it gets awkward is because they make it awkward.
Yes.
Like trying to run away from me or glaring at me from across the room or whatever. Like, don't make it awkward. Just live your life and I'm gonna live mine. Like, I'm okay. But I know they're not okay because they know what they did wasn't okay.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't feel okay at all.
Yeah,
That's
dirty.
awful.
Dirty.
They did you wrong, Shimmy.
They did.
I know you said that you hold no ill will, but man, I'm still pissed by hearing that.
Now, you know what? I've learned that holding grudges and, grudges over love, it gets you nowhere. Because that was my problem before. That's why I was so sad and depressed for about 10 months because I was holding a grudge that didn't need to be there.
True.
So once I let that go, I was like, oh, girl, you're living your best life. So give me your history of love, of relationships of love.
Well, my relationship with love or my history with love?
First, your history.
Well, my history of love is, it's a weird one because I didn't actually start dating, or I actually have never had a legitimate serious relationship. I came very close in high school, but that was about it. I was the guy that had a lot of crushes. I had a lot of people that I liked, but they just never liked me back, which sucked.
Oh, that was me in high school all the time.
That was me in middle school, high school,
all throughout high school.
college.
I've never dated my crush.
Neither did I.
Not in high school. No. Never.
Neither did I. All the girls that I kid you not, every girl that I ever liked, I had a crush on, had feelings for.
Mm-hmm.
They all fall into the same category. They are girls that are out of my reach because they're either busy, or they just don't have time for me, or are not interested. Every single one.
Mine too.
I can't detail them all for you, Shimmy, but I noticed this.
There's a pattern that you pick, right?
Yeah, and there's this girl I like right this very moment.
Okay.
She falls right into the same category.
Yep.
A girl that is just so busy and just has no time to hang out with me whatsoever. And I'm like, oh, I fell into the same traps
But this
again.
could be a sign of just, I think, a sign of the time of society that we're in. We're just a busy group of people right now, especially people our age.
Yeah, but if you really like somebody,
You got a point. You got a point there. You got a point there. But
when
when
they
you're
tell
like
you-
us, we work a lot, though, don't we?
I know we work a lot, but if you really like somebody, you'll
Whether
find the time.
Whether you want to stay up late and talking on the phone,
Mhm.
or a late dinner.
There's this girl that I currently still like, although I'm getting over her. She lives in Chicago. But, like, I kid you not, Shimmy, we would sit and talk for hours. We would watch Netflix together. It'd be like 2 or 3 in the
That's
morning
cute.
here on Guam,
That's
and I'm
cute.
still talking to her. Because, again, if you truly care about this person, you'll make the time.
I am one of those people. I'm with you on that. Like, I don't mind losing sleep if that other person wants to talk to me.
Mhm.
I'm like, dude, okay, I'm sleepy and I get kind of grouchy when I'm sleepy, but I would totally just disregard my sleep. If somebody's like, man, I really want to talk to you, but I'm not free until such and such, I'm like, okay, just call me when you're done. Like,
I think you and me are very similar in that way. I feel like you and me, when it comes to love and relationships, we have the same mentality. We believe in giving it our all.
Right.
We believe that, if we want to really be with this person, we take the time to be with them. All the above. That's why I feel like that's why we vibe so well together.
I think
Yeah,
we
we
have
feel
a
good
little
vibes.
Right. I feel it. So, and that's your history.
Well, yeah. Well, that's my core history. Is that every time I try to date a girl, they would fall into the same category of being too busy or just out of my reach. Not out of my league, out of my reach.
And
There's
I
a
think that's kind of
difference.
why I like people like that. I like somebody who's busy because to me that shows that you have ambition.
Yes.
So I don't, because if you're not busy, I'm sorry, I don't want to be with you because I don't need somebody who's okay with sitting around all day. Sorry, I'm a person I like to be on the go. I like to okay.
On the go, really? That's the word you want to use?
Hey, I like to shout out if you know what I mean, on the go. So anyway, I like when both me and the other person have things to do. It's cool. It's fun. Even better if you can do those things together.
Yeah.
Right? I think in a sense that people's world and work should kind of combine in a sense because that you tap into who they really are.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like it shouldn't overlap another thing. So I agree that it's great to have someone that's busy and task oriented, but when the task becomes the main focus and you're basically a sideline thing, that's my problem. Is that they never take the time to really hey, let's mold this relationship. Let's see where we can take it.
So, do you think that's why some, like I said, people of our age, like of our generation, that sometimes it fail because we don't know how to set that boundary? Because, like I said, we're at the age of where we're trying to get our lives together, right?
Yes.
But we also want to date.
Yes.
So how, you know what I mean? I think
it's trying
that's
to find
why,
that middle ground.
right.
Basically.
I think it's where a lot of people fail at
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, okay, well, we're both busy, but we want to date. So how do we do this? You know what I mean? So
sometimes you ever heard the phrase that you find the right person, but just
at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer in that.
I am in the same boat.
Firm believer. I think because we meet so many great people and so many people that we have potential with, and I think honestly, timing is everything. And if it's not the right time, then it's simply not the right time.
The last piece of information I'll share with my history of dating is that every girl I've ever had a relationship with, completely incidental. Or not incidental, accidental. Like it just came out of nowhere.
That's cute.
And all the girls that I've ever was intimate with or came close to dating, every one of them have had a tragic or dark past. Every one of them.
I think that's just I don't know.
It's the strangest thing. Every type of girl I liked or every relationship I was ever in, they all follow the same type of format.
My trade with the people that I date, it's like right when I find them and become intimate with them, it's right after the moment they got out of some drastic relationship. Like it was horrible. It was like, people suck and I don't even want to date. And it's like, maybe I do want to date because we're talking now. So I don't know. I think that's my deal. I'm like, man, is that what it is right now?
Maybe it's just a sense of coincidence, Maybe it just happens that every girl that I try to go after just happens to be busy.
Maybe subconscious is what I want.
Maybe that is the thing. Maybe we just seek those types of people out.
Maybe it could be.
It's like having an attraction to a certain type of, person. Everybody has.
And I
sort of
think
attraction.
Even if you don't think you do, I think subconsciously you do. You're like, man, he's like, oh, out of these three women or these three men, you just you know who you like, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think it's just the waves, the energy that kind of bring y'all together, whether you know it or not.
Correct.
I think just energy don't have to speak. You can just be like, oh man, that
you
person.
can feel it.
Yeah, you're like, man, I think I could be something with this person. Like I feel it. I don't know what, but I feel it. You know what I mean? I think that's a really big thing on me. I think
so
vibes.
Did you want to dive into some of your past relationships?
I already did. I ain't tapping into it no more.
Did you want me to share some of mine, maybe?
I told you about my first heartbreak. I think that's the biggest one, right?
Mm-hmm. And you told me about the first time you dated somebody was here on Guam, and then that went on for like 10 to 11 months. Then you met your next relationship. Which
Well, the
was a
first one
big
didn't last too
heartbreak.
long. The first one was about 6. That's when we just like, okay, this is not working. The last one was I was dealing with that emotional roller coaster for like a year and some change.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's love for you, isn't it? Though
Right.
it brings you up, but it also knocks you
Knocks
down.
you down.
Exactly. As for me, like I never, like I told you, I never had a legitimate relationship. I've had flings. I've had moments, I would call them, but I've never dated someone. Like, that's my
Okay.
girlfriend, I'm her
Really?
boyfriend. I've never had that.
I had a fling, not my style.
Yeah, well, when I say fling, I mean like we courted each other, we made out. You know, I went there for a bit, and then but it just sucked.
Okay.
So I'll share this story. In December of 2011, there was this girl. We're just gonna call her I.
Okay.
We're gonna call her I. And she was this musical theater chick who I knew when I was in high school, but when I went off to college, I didn't really speak much to her. Sometime in November, late November, early December, when I was about to head back to Jacksonville, I hit me up like, "Hey, how you been? Long time no speak." I'm like, "Oh wow."
I don't like those messages. Stop it.
But the thing is, it was intriguing because this is somebody I'd never talked to on a personal level. Like we never had that relationship. And interestingly enough, she was the best friend of the first girl of the girl that gave me my first kiss. Which I gotta share that story with you. My first kiss.
Okay.
It's so funny. But back to I. So we were chatting and we were, getting a vibe for each other. And I got a sense that this girl was digging me. And I was kind of touched by it because I hadn't felt that way since my senior year in high school. So when I came back to Jacksonville, I was like, "Hey, let's go see a movie." So we went to go see Jack Reacher. Oh, did I say 2011? I meant 2012. So we went to see Jack Reacher. We watched the movie, and I was being ballsy, Shimmy.
Okay, what you
This
do?
is our first date, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going for it. I put my arms around her, and she just embraced it. I'm like, okay, this could work. This will work. And then at the end of the movie, she stares at me. She's like, "So what you want to do next?" And I'm like, and then I pushed it again. I pushed it a little further. These are things I usually never do because I'm like, I play it cautious, but I'm like, you know what?
Sometimes you can't be cautious. Sometimes you just gotta go in.
You gotta take caution to the wind.
Sometimes.
So what I did is I kissed her right there, and I'm like, "Oh wow, that was great." The next day, she invites me to some party. We were hanging out with a couple of friends and chilling and stuff. And when everybody left, it was just me and her, and we were just making out on her couch. And we went there.
Okay, I see ya.
But it was just such a wonderful thing. But it all turned bad.
Just didn't turn.
The day after we did that, I messaged her. I just wanted to vibe and talk and stuff, and I didn't hear from her. And to this very day, I have yet to speak to her. And it makes me think in the back of my mind, did I do something wrong?
I don't like those moments where you get left hanging and you're like, what did I do? But sometimes it could just not be. It don't have to always be you. It could just be like, well, that's what it was.
But it was just weird because we were doing so well. I didn't sense anything wrong. And I felt like I didn't do anything.
And it's unfortunate. Sometimes it's one of those things when you think you're all on the same page and you're not.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
And so that was, I wouldn't say that's my first heartbreak, but that did kind of make me very cautious with my relationships. And I haven't been that intimate with somebody since because I just was...
So dating for you now is non-existent?
No, it's not existent.
Non-existent. Okay.
Not from a lack of trying. It's just... It never works out for me. It's a sad but true thing for me.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way too. I don't know. Dating for me now, it's fun. It's interesting because I'm telling myself to go slow, right? Because my thing is,
take it slow.
whoa. What song is that?
That's Elton John. John Legend.
John Legend, yeah.
Legend.
We're just ordinary people. Okay, so I have to tell myself, because me, I'm one of those people, if I feel I click with you, I'm like, dude, be my girlfriend, be my boyfriend now. Like, you know what I mean? And I never...
would you describe yourself as aggressive?
Yeah. maybe.
I'm not saying
No,
that's a bad
maybe
thing.
so. Maybe so, because I feel like like I said, once I feel a little bit of spark, I'm like, dude, let's just be official already. But I realized where I got in trouble with my last two. Not, I had to learn to get to know someone, and which I can appreciate what I'm doing now. Is I'm learning people and learning their ways, and they're learning my ways, and then it's also in the sense of you're learning a lot about yourself. You're like, okay, oh, Shims, you do need to fall back a little bit. You can be a little pushy, like, oh, date me now. Well, no, I don't nobody have to be your girlfriend the first 2 months of you knowing them. You know what I mean? So I'm learning a lot about myself, and that's something I can definitely appreciate, because I'm at a new time in my life, right? A time of self-discovery, a time of knowing what I want, what I want to put up with, what I want out of a person. So I can appreciate the moment of my dating life now.
That's good, and that's what I want to date. I know we talked about this before about, like, don't rush into dating and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not about rushing in. I think if I dated somebody, I can at least get a sense of what I'm like with another individual.
And I think and being with someone, you learn, like I said, you learn who you are.
Yes.
And I think being with someone, it becomes a mirror, right? You're like, oh man, I am more like this than I thought. I am a little bit more guarded than I wanted to be. I'm a little bit more standoffish than I thought I was. Or, you know what I mean? People, when you get intimate or acquainted, like trying to get acquainted with someone, they become a mirror of you.
Yes.
You start to see things, like you start to look at yourself differently. Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone. That's what it's like for me.
Works for you.
That's what it's like for me. The people that I date become a mirror. Like, okay, and so what do you look for in a person?
Damn.
I don't know. I
love the real question.
What do you look for in a person?
Jeez. I mean, I'm one for great personality. Really, I'm not very shallow when it comes to the girls that I like. I've liked a variety of girls.
I think I say I'm not shallow either.
Yeah, and for me, if I connect with you on a personal level, whether it be we talking about nerdy things or we talking about real stuff, if I just feel that connection, the attraction almost comes immediately.
Instantly. It's not about. Don't get me wrong. Physical plays a little bit.
Does play a part.
Let's not
pretend like that's not a thing. Like some people in this world.
Yeah, physical, sure, but to me, you have you have to make me laugh. Like, I have to be able to
that's what my
be
dad,
myself, because I'm goofy.
That's what my dad always told. He's like, son, you know how to get into a woman's heart, you gotta make her laugh.
Because I am random, I am goofy. I'll walk around with a pillow on my head and try to balance it. Like, I do random things like that. Like, and I think sometimes I'm just a little too much for people. So to me, if you can handle how weird I am, but like when we're in private, like if we're chilling at the house and I can just completely let my hair down in a sense and be weird and tell you the goofiest things that run through my head, I am instantly attracted to you.
That's how you know you found that right person.
Yep.
Right?
And then when you can throw it back at me when you're weird too, I'm like, dude, we're gonna get along great.
Exactly. I will also, like, something I look for in a person too is I would like for them to share some of my interests, like most people.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like for them to either be into movies or anime or games or some sort of media. They don't need to be in all three of them, but just one,
right?
Yeah.
My thing is music. My thing is music.
Oh.
If you can just, because I'm one of those people, I can literally just, if I have free time, whatever, I can be in my room listening to music for hours. I don't watch I'm not a huge TV person. I'm not a huge movie person. Yeah. But if we can just vibe on music alone. Well, I guess it's not going to
work out with us.
Unfortunately, not, boo, for so many reasons.
I guess I'm going to close this door now. Anyway, continue.
So, my thing is music. That's music and food.
Food? Ooh, that's a good one.
You had, I'm down to eat all day, every day.
Hey.
And if you like music and we can get along and talk about music all day, that is an instant spark.
Yeah, and I totally agree. For me, again, that'd be video games or movies or anime,
Right.
When you have that vibe, you have that personality, you got that ass, you just...
Ass is a big, I like me a nice ass.
Are you an ass person or are you a boobs person?
I'm an ass and legs person.
See, I'm an ass and face person. If you have a cute face, it, My goodness. Or your hair, too. Your hair
Oh,
actually plays
hair. Oh, dude, I am a sucker for some
I'm
hair.
a sucker for
My
some hair.
God,
Dude.
I
What's your
love
favorite
hair.
type of hair, though?
That beach wave. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
The
beach
light
wave.
curls and
Mhm.
oh wait.
I don't know why all of a sudden, but I really like redheads. Red hair is
Redheads
so
are-
fascinating to
because
look
they're so rare.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about you dye your hair burgundy. I'm talking about those natural gingers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hey.
And you know what? Freckles are not that bad either.
Freckles are cute.
They're cute. I guess it works for some people and it doesn't work for others.
I like those things that make people stand out. You know, like freckles.
Yes.
Freckles are rare. I think I low key like that because I'm different in myself.
I think girls with glasses are cute too. It depends on what type of glasses.
Right.
Like, but I've been attracted to girls with glasses.
That nerdy look is cute.
Yes, nerdy.
You're
look.
like, okay,
Or the sweet voice. You know, the sweet voice is something.
You know what's weird? I like raspy voices.
Rasp? What?
Like,
What you want them to sound? You want them to sound like Louis Armstrong? Hello,
no,
darling.
like I don't like not super high pitched like oh hi like it's cute.
Hey baby, how's it going? How about you come
I don't
over
know,
to
like,
be my house?
Raspy voices are hot. I'm like damn that's sexy when you talk. And then especially if they can sing on top of that, I'm like whoa, this is majorly turning me on right now.
Oh man, if only you lived in the 50s, you and Louis, you guys would have been it.
What a beautiful thing.
That's interesting. I didn't think you'd be into raspy voice.
It's weird because if I date, I usually date more femmes, more dainty type of women. You know
I don't
what I mean?
blame you because like I'm into Asians. I like Asians. You know how many Asians I've dated?
How many?
0. You know who I usually
That's so funny.
You know who I usually date? White girls. Or do you know who I usually end up in relationships with or like be intimate with? White girls. And all of them happen to be blonde. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
I think that's a true sign of what you think you want. It's kind of not what you need.
Yeah, true.
Because the women that I've dated have been kind of like on my level of feminine, like how feminine they are. Because me, I'm kind of in the middle. I can be super feminine if I want to, and I can be more of a stud in a sense. And usually I don't, you know, like I said, I try to go for the more femmes, but the women that I've dated have been more like me. I'm like, okay, so, maybe you think you know what you want. This is probably not what you need. So.
But I think it doesn't hurt to explore too. Like
it doesn't hurt to
like
explore.
different types of
Exactly.
girls,
And
different
that's
types of
what I
people.
said too. I was like, well, maybe you should just keep your options open.
You want to know something interesting about me? You will not believe this. I went on a date with a transgender person.
Wow, how does that go? Do tell.
It was interesting.
This is
I can't tell you exactly what led to me meeting them.
Okay.
Because that's a very private matter.
Right.
But let's just say that when my friend told me about them and told me what they were into, I was like, this might be my chance. I've been looking for somebody that's probably in this community with me. I gotta do this.
They're exactly.
So-
That's what I'm saying. You just never know what you want, and if somebody got it, they got it.
So I told him to give me their number, right? So
Mhm.
he gave me the number. I messaged them. I was like, oh, by the way, so he was a girl but identified as a man. And
Okay.
this led to a lot of confusions on my end, which I'll get to later. But so I messaged them. We met at a burger joint. We talked about the thing that we were into that we both shared. It was just great to talk to somebody about that stuff.
Don't you
because-
just love that feeling?
Yeah, because that's a very private part of my life that I
Right.
don't share with a lot of people.
Right.
But this person I was able to share it with. Later on, I found out about them being transgender, you know, them dealing with gender dysphoria. And it kind of confused me a little bit because, like, I'm not really gay. So when I dated this person, or when I went on a date with this person, I was attracted to their feminine qualities. They're
Okay.
biologically a female, but, you know, they mentally feel like a male. I even talked to my gay roommate about this. I'm like, does this make me gay? He's like, no, not really. I mean, you're attracted to something else. So, believe it or not.
What was it? What is it? Cannot think of the
she's drawing a
sexuality.
blank. What I was gonna say is, I just discovered, like, for myself, I consider myself a pansexual.
There you go. That's what I was coming up with. There you go. Yeah.
And
right.
I don't see a problem with that. Like,
Nah.
I just have an attraction. If I have an attraction to you, and like I said, when we're connecting on that level, I feel like it could work. Then I don't see a problem with it.
Being an openly bisexual woman, you don't have to explain anything to me. I totally get it.
Yeah, so
Totally get it.
So for all you out there, I'm pansexual. I'm available. My number is 867-5309. Just ask for Jenny, and yeah, we can get this popping.
What did you do? What did you do? This is not a dating app, sir.
Welcome to the dating show featuring Shimmy and Tony.
I
What's
dig
behind
that.
door number 1?
I totally dig that, and I think this topic, we can make a series about this topic, dating.
I know, right?
This
I
is
feel
so
like we only
much.
touched the surface.
I think we
both
did
of
too.
us, right?
Yeah.
And we went over the line
We
again.
did. Once again. I need to, you know how you found that person? When they make you feel the same excitement that you feel when you see your food coming out the restaurant. That's when you know you made it. You like, baby, come to
You
daddy,
know
baby.
what,
Come
though?
to daddy.
I laugh not because I'm like, I find it bizarre.
That's
I
real
laugh because
spill,
it's
though.
true.
That's real spill.
I laugh because it's true.
You like, come to daddy.
Like
Come
you
here.
get the feeling in your stomach, right?
And when you get those, you like that genuine, pure excitement. That's when you know.
The
You like,
butterflies, the
that's the
chills.
one for me.
I don't know. I 100% agree. So
I'm gonna leave you with my quote for the week. Some good vibes with Shimmy Shimmy. All right. So my quote is, if they want you in their life, they'll make room for you. You'll never have to fight for a spot. So if you're talking to this person and you're like, what? Where is this going? I don't know. If they make time for you, you'll know. Whether it's a late night conversation, whether it's them bringing you lunch, whether it's them, you guys go hit the beach or something. Or like I said, it doesn't have to be anything significant. It don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to take you on this 5-star dinner date. No, it don't have to be that. It could be anything. If you can see effort, and if you don't see it, then it's not there. And it's just, that's a harsh reality, I think, for some people. You're looking at me with those eyes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if you were still doing your quote of the week. I don't want to interject when
I was
you're
like, why are you
having your
looking at me with those
soliloquy.
puppy dog eyes?
What I was thinking though is I wanted to actually ask you, what was your first kiss like? I know we're kind of done with the show and everything, but
My first kiss
curious.
was at a movie theater, and I was 17 years old with this guy. And I don't even know why I talked to him.
But how did it
It
go?
was
How did
not
it turn?
good. I don't like sloppy kisses, and his kiss was sloppy. And I was like, can you not put spit on my top lip? Thanks.
Wait.
I was just like, what's happening here? All right, what's going on? I was like, on the movies, it does not look like this. Okay, I was like, dude, I'm done.
He spit on your top lip.
I was like, I'm done.
We're not meeting again. Well, at least you're.
Actually, he would be my boyfriend, but that explains a lot why it didn't work out.
you know it's funny. At least your first kiss seemed like it was it felt passionate. My first kiss was a dud. Because there was this girl, she was a sophomore when I was a senior. She was beautiful. I mean, drop dead gorgeous. I thought I had no chance with her. And, we were in the play together, and I don't know how it happened, but somehow she seemed interested in me. And we were at this set build for the musical we were in, and apparently that whole day she was waiting for me to talk to her. Even though the most popular kids the most popular guys were hitting on her and trying to get her number and everything. She ignored them. She wanted to talk to me. So I was like very touched by this. To make a long story short, the day of the final performance, I'm walking in the hallway. This random girl walks up to me and says, "Hey, are you Tony?" "Yeah, I'm Tony." "Yo, so-and-so told me about you." I'm like, "Whoa, she's talking about me to her friends? This is amazing." "Yeah, she told me she's gonna kiss you tonight." And in the back of my mind, for the rest of the day, I was thinking about this kiss that was coming at the end of our performance. I'm like, oh my god, what's this kiss gonna be like? I had so many different scenarios playing in the back of my mind. I felt like I was gonna sweep her off her feet and I would just like kiss her in the moonlight.
Nah.
Or you hear the music
First
playing.
kiss ain't never like that.
Yeah. So getting to the kiss, so with the performance is over, we run outside. She's like, "I'm so glad we met in the play. I'm so happy to meet you." I'm like, and I pull out the sexy voice. I'm like, "I'm so glad I met you too."
Oh dear.
And I lean in for the kiss. I'm like, "Here it comes," and it's just It was a peck.
Wow.
It was a peck.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my story's with my
Yeah,
kiss is
at
way
least
busier.
yours was a passionate kiss. Mine was
Yeah.
just like, look,
I'm
like
sorry, Tony.
like puppy dog look, like something that like elementary kids would
You know what,
do.
Tony? It is my goal to get you out there more often. All right, I'm gonna get you a date.
Oh, is this happening?
Yes, it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Tony,
What?
thank you so much. We gotta continue this on the next one for sure.
Hey, you know you can have me on as a guest anytime. And
Absolutely.
the fact that we always go above our time shows
We
you.
got split.
Well, not only that, it just shows you that we
We're
can
passionate.
carry exactly.
We can hold a conversation. That's for sure.
Yes, and we weren't even done. We still had more.
No, we
but
can. Yeah, we're gonna. This can be. So let's just call this part one. Dating part one.
Dating part one. The what? The
beginning?
lovening there.
There you go.
Dating part one, the lovening, and part two will be the heartbreakery.
You're right. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us once again. Good vibes with Shimmy. You can subscribe, of course, on my YouTube channel. Drop those comments. Let me know what you think of what you think we should talk about, and we'll definitely get to it. And until next time, you guys be blessed and be breezy. And you already know we'll catch you right back here. I was say on the radio, on the podcast.